Hello, friends. You are welcome to another session on Code with Math. If you are yet to subscribe to our channel, please kindly hit the subscribe button and get notified every time a new video is uploaded on this channel. And if you love these videos, please kindly like our videos, share with your friends, and help us to reach out to more people. Thank you very much. We will be continuing on our series on learning to program in C. And today I have a very wonderful topic for us. We are going to be considering if-else statements in C or conditionals. And to do this, I'm not going to bore you with a lot of theory. We are going to head straight into code. Okay, so in order to learn these conditional statements in C, we are going to be building a wonderful amusement park ticketer. So what this is going to do is that it's going to request for an input of the client's age, and based on that age, the program will calculate the price for that client and display it for the client to pay. So what we've done is there is a default price, 1,000 in Nigeria. Right now, our currency is Nigerian naira. So this is the default price for this amusement park is 1,000 naira. So anybody 10 and below have been given a 50% discount. Anybody between the age of between 10 and 16 has been given a 20% discount. And then anybody between 16, that's from 16 to 25 years, would pay the default price of 1,000 naira. And of course, between anybody greater than 25 years would pay an extra 50% to enter into the park. So that is how this program is going to run. So let's test our program here. Okay, so let's say client is 40 years old. So is to pay 1,500 naira. So what if the client is 20? So he pays 1,000 naira. What if the client is 14? 800 naira. And what if the client is 10? So 500 naira. All right. So let's get on with building this project. So to do this, it's not difficult. I'm going to create a new file. So let's call it ticketer1.c. So what we do first of all is to include the standard input and output. So stdio.h, and so let's add our main file, our main function. So we need two variables, the age, which is an integer, int age. So right now we will not initialize age, and then we need a float that would take our default price. Which equals 1,000 naira. So then let's print our welcome. We are printing our welcome statements, right? So And that statement is going to be anything. You can give it anything. Welcome to the ticketing app. So in your mind, you can give it a soundtrack like da 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 da. So let's draw a line. Yes, we are ready to start. So the first thing is we want to get an input from our user, right? So let's say we are getting an input from the staff. The staff is going to receive the client's age. So printf. So you can see the reason why I did not use printf here is number one, I'm just printing statements that I want to end in a new line. So because puts prints and ends with a new line, that's why I chose puts. But I could as well just used printf and then added the new line character. So you could use either of them. It just depends on whichever one you decide to use. For this project, I've decided to use puts so that we stop using printf. Okay, so but right here I'm not using printf because I want the input to be on the same line. So enter client's age. So that means the input is just going to be on the same line as this. Then I'm going to use scanf. So guys, I made an appendicular video about inputs and outputs, and one of the input functions is scanf that I spoke about scanf in details. I will add the link to that video right here. So what we want is an integer. We want the user to enter an integer and store the variable in the address. We're going to store it in the address of age. Okay, so we have all that we need, right? So the next thing for us to do, now is to start writing out our conditionals. So remember we spoke about the operators, and in the operators we talked about different operators. We talked about relational operators that compare two values, either they are equal, greater than, less than, greater than or equal, lesser than or equal. And then we also talked about the logical operators, where we use the or, where we use the and, so that we can use that to combine different conditions, to check and combine different conditions and get a bigger conditional output. But for this simple application, we are just going to use relational operators alone. We are just going to compare single conditions, right? And those single conditions will be what we will use to build this application. So the first thing is we're going to have our first case. So let me comment this here. So first case, if age is 10 and below, so pay 50%. The second, so let me just use 2, okay? So let's change this to 1. So we are building our cases. So it's a good thing for you to write pseudocodes. So what I'm doing here is actually an example of pseudocoding. So if age is between, or let me put it that if age is greater than 10, but lesser than 16, pay 80%. Then, of course, if age is from 16 to 24, pay normal price. So maybe we're expecting that anybody above 24, that's 25 and above, maybe should already be working and be able to give us some extra cash. So if age is 25 and above, pay 150%. So, sorry, this is the fourth condition. So what would we do? So very simple. Our first case is if age is 10 and below. So of course, just write that if age less than or equal to 10, then price equals to price. So 50% will be 50 divided by 100. That's 0.5. So price times 0.5. Oh, sorry, not x. So price times 0.5. So there is actually another way we can write this, right? So we're saying price equals to price times 0.5. So remember we also discussed the assignment operators. So understanding the assignment operators, we can just shorten this and say price times equal 0.5. Then our next condition, we're saying if age is greater than 10 but lesser than 16. So we could just say else. So meaning that if age is less than 10, do this, right? Price equals to this. Else, that means if age is not less than 10, then we cannot even have another if. Else, if age, so else, otherwise, age is not less than 10. So else, if age now is less than 16, so then our price would be price times equal. Now 80% is 80 divided by 100, which is 0.8. 0.8. Of course, if age is between 16 and 24, price remains the same. So price does not change, normal price. So we don't need to have an else or state a condition for that. Or if you want to, then you're just going to say if age is less than 25, Or else if age is less than 25, price equals to price. You see, that doesn't make sense. Price is already there. So the other thing that we are testing for would now be this number 4. If age is 25 and above. So we could have that with another else if statement. So if age is greater than or equal to 25, so in this case we want to get much more money because they are supposed to be working, right? So they should give us their hard-earned income. So price times equals to 1.5. So after that, we want to print the price. So now we will use formatted text. So printf. So client is to pay. So it's going to pay percent F, but we need it in precision, right? We want just 2 decimal places. So 0.2. Our currency is NGN, Nigerian Naira, the best currency in the world right now. So price. Okay, so our app is ready now. Let's compile it. GCC. So ticketer 1.c. Then our output will be ticketer 1. So let's run ticketer 1. Okay, so enter the client's age. So let's see the case of 10-year-old. So a 10-year-old will pay 500 naira. Let's see the case of a 14-year-old. A 14-year-old will pay 800 naira. Let's see the case of a 20-year-old. A 20-year-old will pay 1,000 naira. And then for the case of a 30-year-old, a 30-year-old will pay 1,500 naira. So that's it, guys. So you have built your first application in C. How wonderful does that sound? So what you can do is you can try to play around with this code. You can nest the if statements. So you could have another if here. You could try different things with this code and see the different outputs you would get. Thank you very much. What a wonderful application. If you love this session, if you love the app you just built, please give me a thumbs up by hitting the like button on your screen. And if you are yet to subscribe to this channel, please hit the subscribe button so that you can be notified immediately I upload new videos. Thank you very much. It's been a wonderful day with you. Um, Join us in the next session where we'll look at more on if-else statements, where we try to nest if-else statements. Thank you very much. See you in the next session. Bye.